You serious?
There's plenty of ways to kill some time out there. Right now, you're killing some time with Marcus Bronzy.
And me, Funk Butcher.
How you doing, Funk?
Hi. my normal status.
Nah, you'll get through today's show. You'll wake up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, Funk, we have a website, howtokillanhour.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can find everything to do with How to Kill an Hour there, and you can even find all the links to our social media, which we've had loads of great feedback from this week. Like Sophia from Brum, who's a qualified dentist and listens to us doing her 2-hour commute to Yorkshire from Birmingham. You take a 2-hour commute. Is that there and back? That's a long commute, you know. I respect that commute. We need to give you some extra long episodes so that we can take you all the way to Yorkshire and back again. She sent us a lovely email via our contact form at howtokillanhour.com. She telling us all about how she listens to us and what she gets up to. Mm-hmm. Also, hello to Imriel Morgan, the co-founder of Shout Out London, who said they're looking forward to meeting us. More about Shout Out in just a moment. Mm-hmm. Hello to 60 Second Films, Joe Lamb, Jess, Elliot. Oh, Jess from Fever. Oh, hi Jess. Elliot Trainer, Stephen Harris, Charlie Intrepid Kiwi, Posturite. Mm-hmm. Thing, Artistic State of Mind, they're a podcast that we're going to talk about in just a sec. Smart Home Geeks, Surface UK, who gave us some love after our episode about the Surface. 60 Second Films again, who wished us good luck in our recent top secret trip. We did take a top secret trip. Bally Ballerson and Shah Struck, who got in touch with us via Instagram DM saying, "Where are you? Where are you guys? We ain't gone anywhere. We're here.
We're always here.
We're here." Funk, I believe you have some shout outs as well.
Yes, send a shout out to Jason. Oh, why do you have to give me the tough names?
Neubauer. Billy, as a producer, what you should do is just guess and then spell it phonetically.
I would have thought it's quite easy to say.
oh, shut up! See, he's back already.
Bauer.
Throwing shade.
Neubauer.
All right, Billy.
Cheers.
Shout out to Copters. Out to Tay Zonde. I like that one. Sounds like an artist name. Out to DT Mobile. Callum Mercer, Album Milas, Karina Field, Adam, the Turkish Lopez. You like see what I put a little bit of?
Yeah. Is that a Turkish accent?
The
Turkish.
Shout out to One Love, Philippa Willits, Lewis Meredith Wilkes, and Bertie Memes from Virtual Umbrella.
Yeah, man.
Ella.
So we mentioned Shout Out Live. By the way, no, thank you for all of that interaction. Mm-hmm. I really like that, getting busy on the social medias. And also, just so you know, we're getting really, really active on social media now. There's loads of content out there on the Twitter, How to Kill an Hour, Instagram,
yes,
How to Kill an Hour, Facebook,
How to Kill an Hour,
and our YouTube as well. We're breaking into the YouTube side of things.
We've got audio, we've got visual now for you.
You can look at us, you can not taste us, not yet. Anyway, so check us out on all of those. But you can do one better than that. You probably could actually taste us if you can get to London on the 5th of August, 2017. They could potentially, if you came up to me, shook my hand, and then licked your hand afterwards, you could taste me and Funk Butcher and Nick Bright. This Saturday, the 5th of August, we're going to be at a live podcast festival in the UK called Shout Out Live, featuring a whole heap of fantastic UK podcasts. The festival tickets are now available at So Live. I'm going to double check I'll get this right. solivefestival.com. That's it. Go to solivefestival.com to get your hands on the limited amount of tickets that are left if you want to come and see the huge lineup.
The creme de la creme.
That isn't just us here at How to Kill an Hour. Funk, do you want to let everyone know who we can get involved with on the lineup for Shout Out Live Fest?
On the lineup for Shout Out Live Fest, we've got the likes of Brilliant Idiots.
Oh, geez, Charlemagne the God, Andrew Schultz.
Just going right in from
Brilliant Idiots. He didn't even tease it and give them last. He said, hey, you're going to have that straight away.
Hell no. Brilliant Idiots, I said it 3 times. The Friend Zone.
Asante.
Melanin
Dustin.
Millennials.
Yeah, them two. Yeah.
Another Round. Mostly Lit.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, We're There.
Yeah.
Blackticulate.
Hey.
90s Baby.
Hey.
Pink Matter.
Hey.
Artistic State of Mind. The Unoriginal Podcast. Off the Cuff. Ground Ego. Seriously? When? This Saturday, 5th of August.
That's it. Where?
Bedford Way, Russell Square.
How can you get your tickets?
You can get your tickets by heading to
solivefestival.com.
No, go to howtokillanhour.com.
Yeah.
Have a nose around here
Yeah.
on our place first,
Yeah.
and then follow the links and get your tickets.
We have got a link to it in the show description as well.
Yes,
That's
yes.
very good. Thank you very much, Funk. Appreciate that. That's shout out Live Fest. Billy, why are you gesturing like that with your hands?
Because I just done a tweet and then I lost all my tags.
That's
Wah, 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 wah.
Billy was doing a tweet and he lost all of his tags. That's what you get for correcting Funk.
Those Twitter fingers are
Yeah.
dangerous, isn't it? Can't control them.
Twitter finger. So let's kick it off with some news in the tech world. I just want to get this one out of the way. In fact, no, let's do it as we usually do. How we've been killing time this week. I've got a little bit of news from the tech world as per usual because that's what we kind of do on this show. So Funk, I've been killing so much time this week, doing loads of different things, and the week before. One thing, I've been playing the new Agents of Mayhem game, which is like Saints Row. Just to roll back, Saints Row is like an open world game. Let's be honest, it was GTA and Saints Row. They were very similar at the start. But I feel like GTA is kind of like real life with a twist of craziness.
Yeah.
But Saints Row is just like mad, crazy fun to play,
crazy.
like
Okay.
aliens, teleporting, superpowers, whatever. And Saints Row's kind of developed into this new game called Agents of Mayhem. We got to play some great hands-on. I had a whole hour of hands-on that we recorded, and we actually put that on the How to Kill an Hour YouTube, so check that out. That's out on the 18th of August. When we know more about the game and get the full version to play, we'll let you know about it. But I had an hour with it. It's funny, bro.
Sick.
It's funny, and also, I'm going to say it now, everyone in the game has got a porn star name. Everyone.
Can we have an example?
I don't know. There's like
Titi LaRue.
all right, fine. I'll get all the names up. But like everyone has like a porno name. Let me get this up. Agents of Mayhem characters. So we have. Why haven't I got just character names? What's up, Billy? Billy,
He's done it again.
what's he done it again?
He's done it. Lost the tweet again.
I'm not trying to fill time, but Billy, can you explain what's happened while I'm trying to find the character names of Agents
Trying
of
to
Mayhem?
put out a tweet with about Shout Out Live with all of the people in the photo,
Yeah.
and I keep losing the tweet.
Don't be messing up tweets to Charlemagne the God, you know.
Wah, wah, wah,
That'd be a nice little
wah,
retweet for
wah.
everyone, you know. He's got a few million followers, let's be honest out here. Agents, so you've got Hardtack. Tell me that's not a porno name.
Hard tap.
Hardtack, yeah? Hollywood. Tell me that's not a porno name. And his real name is Rod Stone. Hollywood.
So you could have used either name.
Yeah, Rod Stone, Hollywood. You got Johnny Gat is in the world. That's a sick name. He's obviously a Saints Row legend. Kingpin, Rama.
These are slightly like WWE names as well.
Yeah. Lazarus, Yeti, and Red Card. Yeah, they're porno names, man. Funk Butcher, you'd fit right in. Funk Butcher would fit right in. So that's one way I've been killing time this week. Another way I've been killing time, and I've actually got inspiration from you guys. You were messaging me earlier in the week about the Ready Player One trailer, which has dropped, which Steven Spielberg, I think, is directing.
Yeah.
It's a sci-fi film which kind of exists from a story which kind of, they somehow managed to amalgamate a lot of 80s memorabilia in it. So I think it's come at perfect time where like Stranger Things is doing its job. Ready Player One is really going to come in and be a great movie, but it's actually a novel. So I got an Audible because I'm not the best reader. So I got an Audible and I've been reading the Ready Player One book.
Okay.
It's kind of good, you know.
Really?
Really good. And because of my age, I kind of am familiar with a lot of the references. And because I love sci-fi, I'm familiar with loads of references.
Yeah.
Because it kind of, there's a world that exists in the book and in the movie where you can build anything you want from fiction. And people obviously that love sci-fi build massive ships, planets, and loads. Has Billy got a tweet done?
We've had a breakthrough. Billy's done it.
You've done a tweet. Well done, Billy. 20-something years old, and you can send a tweet with tags on it. Are you proud of yourself?
Hercules.
Finally got it out there.
Good man.
He finally got it up.
He finally got it up.
How many times you said that, Bill?
Yeah. But yeah, Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Good book. I'm 3/4 of the way through.
It's very funny you mentioned that trailer because obviously that came out during the Comic-Con
Yeah.
recently.
I didn't actually watch the trailer because I don't want to spoil the film, you know.
Oh, really? That's
Oh,
what. That's yeah. Me and Billy have seen it. That trailer was absolutely amazing.
Does it look really good? Because
Yeah.
the book from my side, I'm like, this is going to make a great film, but only someone like Spielberg could do it
Yeah,
because there's so much crossover with other sci-fi films and franchises.
yeah.
To get sign off, if Spielberg's asking if he can use your brand in a film, you're more
Yeah.
likely to say
Yeah.
yeah. Whereas if I am, do you get the hints of all of the different sci-fi combining yet?
I mean,
in
I
the
didn't-
trailer.
Spielberg is probably the least kind of fascinating part of the trailer. He's because when you watch the trailer, you're just like, this is IMAX, nothing less.
Yeah,
Like viewing, it is
Right.
incredible.
we need to get down there then.
Yeah, but it's, like I said, funny you mentioned that because that was the only trailer that I saw in amongst all the releases at the recent Comic-Con at San Diego that I didn't know anything about the film
Right.
because it was obviously kind of like a new title. But I was jacked, man, about the new Justice League. Have you seen the new Justice League
I've
trailer?
not seen that either.
So the new Justice League trailer launched. The new Avengers trailer launched. Yeah. And I say launched with inverted commas because it leaked. And basically what
Right.
it was is that they showed it in a closed, a private audience, and someone naughty there was filming it. So a couple of people, myself, have kind of viewed it online. And
Which trailer's better?
I tell you what, from the collection of the parts of the film that they've used for to take into consideration also the quality of the leaked footage isn't going to be the same as but the images, the compilation of images they used from the film in the Justice League trailer, it won me over.
Really?
Yeah.
So
it
you
did.
think DC could be on the comeback then?
I think DC could be the comeback anyway, just because of the strengths that they've kind of established with Wonder Woman, which
Okay.
was, I wouldn't say surprisingly good because I don't want to get like a bow and arrow through the heart. From
You mean
some-
what?
some-
What? You mean for a chick flick?
Yeah. He said it, not me.
Yeah.
I don't want to get a bow and arrow through the heart through some Amazonians when I leave the studio today.
Yeah.
But
I'd
it
love
is-
that. I think that's on the top of my list. Oh
He's like,
God.
oh.
Yeah.
yeah, baby, yeah.
Damn.
But in regards to just the narrative, for something as far-fetched, it was quite like entertaining.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Right.
I mean, you're kind of taking it from a world where up until this point in time, Batman existed in the kind of the normal world. The only thing that ever seemed weird in a way was the fact that this guy isn't dead. But now you're talking about aliens and people that can fly.
Right.
So you're chucking that all together. So you're watching this trailer and it is a little bit of a it messes with your senses in the sense of how you know the Batman character to be. So when you're putting him in this universe now where there's so much CGI in this trailer, so much, and you need to kind of be accommodating to the new realm of the where Batman is being placed. You've seen the Avengers characters in this universe for time, so seeing one fly past or get punched a million miles across the screen is nothing. So, but seeing Batman in that universe is a bit weird,
Okay.
and you have to get used to it. There's an interesting part of the trailer also. The trailer's really long. The trailer's like 6 minutes.
That's not a trailer.
I know.
That's a mini-sode.
Yeah, that's like a tenth of the film or
Yeah.
something. So they've got this really long trailer, and part of me feels like, obviously they've had some issues with the changeover with Joss Whedon taking over from Zack Snyder, who had recent.
Yeah. But Josh is the guy though.
So Josh is the guy, and I felt like the reason behind making this trailer so long was to kind of win over audiences who were sitting on the fence, who are kind
I
of
mean, win back. Ones that had hopped over the fence and moved house.
win back, not win over,
Yeah.
win back, because a lot of people are holding their cash for the new Avengers, the new Black Panther film, and so forth. So
you think Josh Whedon could bring this back? Yeah?
I think the look of this trailer has done wonders. A lot of whisperers online saying that the trailer did get a lot of a resounding amount of support when it was showed, kind of like a lot of woos kind of thing.
Okay.
Black Panther got standing ovation.
Okay.
The Black Panther part that they showed there, but they haven't showed that online yet.
Okay, well, Josh is about this life, so he did Avengers, didn't he? So they've basically got the guy that made Avengers great to make Justice League great.
Yeah. Also, because I'm a comic book stan, there's been recent news of Todd McFarlane, who is an artist more noticeable for Spider-Man and Spawn.
Yeah, great. I love Spawn.
They're bringing it back again. A new Spawn film is in the works.
Talk us through what Spawn is, just how he differs from sort of usual. Because I feel like he's an anti-hero, really, isn't he?
Yeah. So he's one of the first anti-heroes, and even when they talk about Black Panther being one of the first black superheroes, I guess from a comic book perspective, but in a big screen, he isn't, because this film came out in the 90s. I think it was 97. Michael J. White played Spawn.
Yeah.
And for me, I thought that film was pretty good. That was a pretty good film. That was before, I think it's before Blade, actually.
The effects were kind of tidy on that film as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got this character, Hellspawn, and his background is like this ex-Marine or whatnot. He's done some heinous things in the past.
Yeah, he's bad.
Killed some innocent people.
Yeah, we're talking, he's bad. He's bad. He's like, he's not worse than Rolf Harris.
Yeah.
Who's he worse than? Who's he worse than?
He's like, I wouldn't say Marilyn Manson levels, but he's pretty evil.
Yeah, Manson levels. Yeah, Manson levels.
He's pretty evil. Whilst he was doing the.
Is he worse than Bill Cosby though?
Yeah, he's Bill Cosby-esque.
Okay, yeah.
Bill Cosby with a gun.
Yeah.
And a few forward rolls.
Yeah.
And army fatigues.
Yeah.
So
eyes that are, both of them can look at you at the same time.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby wandering eyes. Anyway,
so this guy has done some real despicable things in the name of the US government, and he is killed, and he makes a deal with the devil in his last moments, and he comes back as this immortal Hellspawn. And this Hellspawn character, he's got this all black suit which kind of can metamorphose into different shapes and weapons, and I would advise everyone to go see the 90s film of it. It is really good kind of thing for a film of that era.
I forgot that was Michael J. White that played him.
Yeah.
He had some hot films back then, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had some great films.
Michael J. White is like a B movie legend. He's done some really great budget martial art films, because he's a real martial artist. He's not one of those pretend ones that needs a stunt double. kind of thing. So
so they kind of could afford not to have a stunt double, because he'd come in and kick some ass.
So Todd McFarlane has agreed to make this film. So I think for the next, probably looking at probably up until 2020, the cinema is just going to be inundated with superhero flicks.
We've
got the new Spawn.
Yes.
We've got the new what's it called? Not Venom. Yeah, the new Venom film.
Yeah.
The actual standalone film. We've got a couple more Spider-Mans. We've got the Batman, which is the first film that Ben Affleck's going to do standalone. And obviously we've got Black Panther, Aquaman, Captain Marvel, 2019.
Oh, can't wait for that.
So it seems like the new blockbuster in every capacity is going to come from these superheroes.
Why do you think that is, though? Why do you think that is? Superhero films have now come to prominence in 2000. Let's say from the year 2000 to now, the last 15 years, superhero films have just become more and more prominent. Why is that?
It's no mystery to me. I've always wondered why has it taken so long? Because when you look at the character development of each of these different entities, they're so established. They've got established fan bases as well.
So they're proven.
Exactly. So it's not even a gamble as such. You're talking putting someone like a character like Wolverine onto the big screen is a no-brainer. Even before there ever was like a first X-Men movie, you're not going to take a risk putting it on there. And then when you look at how many publications there are across the Marvel and the DC universe in terms of paperback, they're still making numbers now. A lot of people have kind of made that mistake of believing that the comic book world is a niche market, and then
not at all.
and then the box office sales have kind of proven otherwise.
Yeah. I mean, comic books, I think it's that whole thing where people think comic books are for kids,
Mhm.
and they're not. They're
No.
kind of like,
Kids don't have money. It can't be for kids.
but it's like, you look at them and they look like little cartoons, don't you? But then
Yeah.
you look closely and you realize somebody's having their eye garroted out, or
Yeah.
a little decapitation's going on. Then
But
you're like, oh,
But you know what
okay.
it is, yeah? Whenever someone says that comic books are for kids, if you like freeze that statement in a moment in time, that statement was made like 30 years ago. So yeah, they are for kids, but now those kids are adults. So that's what the reality is.
That's like a trailer.
Yeah.
And now, those kids have grown up.
Yeah. Because
Um,
now you're getting situations where they're rebooting Ninja Turtles, rebooting Power Rangers, rebooting all these things.
mm.
They're rebooting Hey Arnold.
No way.
There's a new Hey
no
Arnold film.
way. No,
Really
I'm not
shaking it.
believing it.
You know about Hey Arnold, football head.
That had one of the best. No, we're gonna
Yeah.
sound like, if she doesn't know what Hey Arnold is, she's too young for you, bro. But that had one of the best. That was one of the last cartoons that we watched, and one of the few cartoons
Yeah.
that had actual children playing the roles.
Yeah. Oh really? Okay.
Because a lot of them were just adults, like going, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but
I connected with Arnold and Doug.
what, his brethren, his close friend?
No, Doug.
Doug.
Doug Funny. Doug.
Oh, that Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Both Nickelodeon
I
productions.
think they were good shows,
Yeah.
but I kind of like the more tear out kind of intros. You know, like Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin. Anyway, speaking of TV stuff, especially speaking of cartoons or anime,
Yeah.
after watching Attack on Titan,
Yeah.
which
That's Arthur.
Why-
Not Arnold.
Billy's playing Arthur.
You got it wrong, man. Hey Arnold. Find Hey Arnold.
No, I found that quite offensive.
He put the most bubblegum
Yeah.
cartoon.
Did you not watch that?
We didn't watch that. That was
That's
bubblegum, man.
That's not hard. Come on, Billy.
That's for the soft kids.
Billy really used to be on the Arthur theme track.
Everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, when I first time.
It's probably the first cartoon that had a bit of reggae in it though as well.
It was, yeah.
It did break down some cultural.
Billy getting multicultural in his household. So you put me on anime, yeah?
Billy sitting there with
Yeah.
his dreadlocks hat on, watching it.
rolling some kitchen roll with some oregano in it. What are you doing, Billy? Just chilling out, man.
Chill out, man.
So yeah, you put me on Attack on Titan,
Yeah.
smashed it.
Yeah.
So now my Netflix is saying, hey, do you want to try this? Hey, do you want to try that?
Okay.
And this is something which is quite interesting because Netflix are going to make it into a film soon, or maybe even a series. I'm not sure. We're kind of unsure about it.
What is this you speak of?
Death Note. I don't know if you've watched it or heard of it. It's a story about a man who comes
I
across
know
a
of Death
supernatural notebook,
Yeah.
and if you write someone's name in it, they die. And it sounds so shit.
The concept is quite. It's quite commonplace though, because if you see a lot of naughty kids back in the day,
Yeah.
they probably had a book of all the people they disliked or hated.
I probably did that after getting told off. I hate you, mum.
I hate you, Timmy Spencer.
I hate you, mum. I'm gonna run away.
Wish he was dead. And this book brings those.
Yeah. And it sounds like a whack. So it does sound like a boring storyline, but the way they twist it is there's so much more.
Yeah.
The book has further rules than just if you write someone's name and they die, and they kind of set you up with this very interesting cat and mouse chase where somebody's trying to discover the killer and somebody's trying to be evaded.
Yeah.
And they kind of, when I watched the anime version, I was just like, this is such a clever story. It's kept me gripped, and there's 36 episodes of the anime in the first season. That might be the only season.
So what's this
I'm
one on
watching
Netflix? The
So
anime one.
Netflix have got it on the anime version, and they're doing a Netflix original live action version.
Okay.
So that's coming out soon. So I just thought I'd throw that back at you because you threw me Death Note.
Yeah.
You threw me Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that. And now my whole timeline's filling up. Got Castlevania ready to go.
Yeah.
I've got all this other anime coming up. But with regards to Netflix, actually we'll come to that in just a second because Netflix is something that is quite important to us. Just bear Netflix in mind. The last thing I've been killing some time with is the DJI Spark drone.
Okay.
I'll just throw that out there. We put the video out on YouTube and Facebook as well. I just want to say shout out to DJI for making such a sick drone. It's so small. We even took it on our little press trip, our little secret press trip, didn't we? Overseas.
Yep.
Can we say where it was? Yeah, we can. Brussels.
Yeah, we can say where it is.
So I flew it around
Know what
Brussels
we
as
was
well.
doing.
And I didn't get arrested.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the DJI Spark drone, if you're a drone flyer, it's not like the most professional drone out there. I'm going to say it's not like movie studio level drone. But it was kind of easy to carry around, didn't it? We put it in our kit bag, whipped it out, threw it up in the air, flew it around with my iPhone app. You can get a control pad with it. But the killer thing with it is you can actually control it with your hand. So you can actually fly it around, capture pictures of yourself when you're out with your mates without needing to plug it into any phone or anything like that.
Can I just interject there? You know, drones were in the news recently.
What have they done now?
Well, basically, in the UK news over here, they're trying to find some sort of way that drone or purchasers of drones have to sign some sort of documentation which has on it their drone serial number, which kind of go to the aviation authorities. So if there is an eventuality where one of these drones kind of flies into a commercial airline, which there has been some near misses in the past, they can identify the owner of the drone and reprimand him.
I've not got the solution to this problem. I've only got the complaint, the moan. Why is it that person with a drone is sensible? How comes people are so fucking dumb? Why are you flying your drone near airport? Why fly it near airport? Why fly it that high?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you need to school me on this matter because I didn't know that. Because when we went to Brussels, I was like, "Yeah, Marcus, fly it over there." He's like, "No, funk. We can get arrested." Like, yeah, fly it.
It's so funny.
Fly it to that woman's window so we can see some titties.
Yeah, we were like on a roof and it was kind of quiet, and I was like, "Yeah, throw it up and fly." And you were like, "Is this okay?"
Yeah.
And then we were in like a crowded place, and you and Billy were like, "Yeah, man, fly that drone." I was like, "Really?"
Yeah, you had to kind of school me on the obvious. It's like, no, funk, we can't fly it next to schools because, this will be on the paedophile wish list.
Yeah, I'll get on the list, and that's not the kind of list I want to be on. I want to be on Santa's good list. That's the only list I want to be on.
So, I guess what the buyers of the drones are complaining about is that there aren't enough of these spaces where you can actively fly them.
Yeah.
So they need to create more spaces, but obviously it does look like another cheeky way the UK government, I'm not sure if they're going to roll this out globally as legislation, but here in the UK it seems like they're pretty bang on them as making this law whereby you actively have to register your details, a bit like with a car in this country. You register with the DVLA, you register with the aviation authority in this country, and if it does smash into a plane, they find the debris and then you get your fine.
Well, I think what they need to do is, what I've noticed with my drones is that when there are updates to the maps, they have these special maps.
Yeah.
When there are updates to them, you can't fly the drone until you update the map. So it's locked off.
Yes.
And in that map, it has no fly zones, airports, schools,
North Korea,
South London. You know what I mean?
South London.
So it's got all these little areas that are set up where you can't fly. So
yeah.
And every time you get into it, it says, "Have you acknowledged these rules?"
Yeah.
And I think that's enough of a stop, because if you, I don't know, maybe not, because I'm like, it makes me think. But I've never had a problem with the drone. Like I've flown them all over the place, but I always find, I just use my own common sense. But I guess that's lacking with the masses. Just like, oh, maybe we should not fly a drone here because there's lots of people.
Yeah, true. Common sense isn't common. Out to the overseas listeners who are wondering about the internal joke about South London, if you've ever watched Lord of the Rings. If you watch
Crime Watch.
If you watch Lord of the Rings, in Lord of the Rings there's a place called Mordor. Yeah.
I thought Crime Watch was bad, and you're gonna say that.
So Frodo embarks on a journey to kind of with the ring, the chosen one, to a place called Mordor, and it had that massive eye on top of the that's South London. Yeah. You just don't go there. Not during the day, not during the night.
Is it like Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Is it like the Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you don't want to get, was it they called the ice? Because, you know, I'm not really big
past
into
the wall.
You don't want to go past the wall because
the
there's
White Walkers.
The White Walkers.
Yeah. they're south of the river, basically.
Yeah.
As soon as you cross over London Bridge or Tower Bridge, that's where the White Walkers are in hoodies.
I love saying that to South.
And eating Morley's
Yeah,
chicken.
eating Morley's. I love saying that to South London people to wind them up. Look, what you trying to say, bro? What you trying to say? Look, so. Nah, you're dread, man. I say it all the time. I say, you're from South.
Yeah.
Eee.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, man. I think, you know what? Do what they need to do, Funk, to stop people flying these drones around in stupid ways. But what they have tried to do, is, we'll leave it on this before we move on, is that they've actually changed, because the spark that I've got, I think it was like under the minimum amount, like it was 290 grams, and if it's over 300 grams, the drone, then, or whatever the weight is, if it's over a specific weight, you need a license and it can get taken away from you at the airport. But if it's under a certain amount, it's not considered to be a proper flying vehicle.
Okay.
But they've reduced that weight here in the UK.
Okay.
So you need an even smaller drone to fly around and do whatever you want.
Cheeky legislation.
Cheeky.
Hey, you didn't mention the big one in terms of trailers this week.
Which one?
Stranger Things 2.
That was like 2 weeks ago now.
What do you mean? No, a new trailer came out.
A new one.
Yeah, a new trailer. You're talking about they released a poster image, but a new trailer came out.
Talk us through it, Funk.
Yeah.
Just talk me and the listener through it, man.
I mean, they are going. This is the big cash cow anyway. This music's amazing. They're releasing this music. All the kids are now superstars now. Not in the trailer, but
having messed up teeth and a lisp was a thing when it wasn't a thing until Stranger Things came out. Yeah, he's had his teeth fixed for it, you know. Apparently,
which one? The chubby boy.
Chubby boy. What's his name? They called him lisp or whatever. They took the mick out of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Go on. Talk us through it, Funk.
I don't want to give too much away, but whatever was troubling them in the first one, I don't think it's dead. Yeah, I don't think it's dead. So we just leave it at that.
Intense. What a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
Does that prove that the 80s really was the best?
It seems so.
Because I'm not gonna lie, Ready Player One's kind of tapping into that whole vibe as well.
Exactly.
And people that weren't even born in the 80s are loving Stranger Things. So Funk, this leads into a little bit of Netflix chat that this is something that's come out, and I'm trying to find out whether this is true or not. But the LA Times has reported that Netflix is over 20 billion in debt.
Okay.
The streaming service has had dozens of victories over the past few years, but it turns out that it's bleeding cash apparently.
Yeah. I haven't gasped because this sounds like a lot of sense to me. It sounds like something I spoke about a couple of weeks ago. This is a Netflix strategy.
Yeah.
But go on.
Well, it just says that 20 years later, after Netflix was first founded, because Netflix used to be something where they'd send you DVDs and you watched them for as long as you want, then sent them back and they sent you new ones. Yeah. It's kind of like a Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And then they literally kind of went from this DVD by mail service to just like saying, hey, we can stream directly to your house and we'll get all the best shows that were around. You can watch them.
It's so weird that a lot of people will never remember that Netflix was just like a bootleg Blockbuster video.
Yeah, it was. The cool thing was watch it for as long as you want, and then send. I don't even know if you can watch them for as long as you want. I think for a while you had to send them back.
Yeah.
And then you got another DVD sent. You had to wait to watch. But now they've got 104 million subscribers that are just watching content that's not only rehashed content. They're making brand new Netflix original content, and we're not just talking Better Call Saul or reruns of stuff that's already been popular. They're creating shows that have never existed, and their subscribers have gone up to 104 million, up 25%. That's almost a quadruple from 5 years ago, and its series and movies account for more than a third of all prime time downloaded internet traffic. All primetime internet traffic, 1/3 of is them. And they've got more than 50 shows, got 91 Emmy Award nominations, and the only thing that's better than it in terms of cable in America is HBO. But HBO, been around for years.
Yeah, and obviously HBO's big cash cow is Game of Thrones.
Exactly. And they probably, HBO was so late on having synchronized release times with the UK and US. They got so rinsed. It was the most pirated show ever at one point,
What, Game of Thrones?
Yeah. They've had the money they lost.
They've had a few heavy hits. They've had Game of Thrones. They've had Boardwalk as well, was them.
Yeah. Telling you, Netflix is where it's at, man. But they've got a hefty 20.54 billion in long-term debt.
Yeah.
In fact, I looked at another graph actually. No, there's 15 billion in long-term debt. 4 billion in long-term debt, and then they've got other bits of debt as well, which are like 15 billion as well. And when you add that all together, it's 20
Yeah.
bill. But
Well, this is what I've read elsewhere, is that the marketplace
yeah,
is in support of Netflix. Even so, that headline is a little bit misleading. It presupposes that there isn't market confidence, even though they're 20 million in debt.
yeah,
What it is that they predict that Netflix is going to recoup on every single penny because they're
Yeah.
investing so much in original content.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is that they've spent all this money, new Idris Elba film, new Stranger Things, new whatever, all this original content, which over the course of years will bring back all this revenue anyway. So I guess it's one of those things we have to speculate to accumulate.
Do you think someone's just skewing the numbers because you're talking business, which is not what people are thinking of it? They're thinking of it as Netflix is a person and their bank account is 20 billion in debt and they don't know where they're going to get their money from.
Yeah.
But you're saying as a business, they've sat down with investors and they've gone, hey, listen, we're doing well,
Yeah,
but we could do really good.
yeah,
If you as an investor give me 1 billion
yeah,
in 5 years' time, I'm going to give you back 2 billion.
yeah,
And they've said that to 20 people, for example. 20
Yeah.
people have given them 1 billion. They want 2 billion back in a few years' time. So that's what it is. They've
Yeah.
promised to investors.
Yeah.
So that debt, that company debt you're saying isn't real debt.
yeah.
It's just like they've had to speculate to accumulate in
Yeah.
a business sense. Is
Yeah.
that what your breakdown is?
A million %. And I
Okay.
mean, it is one of those headlines where if you probably look below the surface, it's probably put out there by one of its competitors like Apple,
Yeah.
who wants to kind of stop the surge
Yeah.
of stock of shareholders and,
Yeah.
and people wanting to
Fake
buy
news.
a claim in a company
Well,
by putting out this news clipping, which will kind of take the wind out of the sales of the confidence needed in the marketplace. But this model shows that you can spend money that you may not even have
Yeah.
if you are making new and exciting content,
Yeah.
because the money will come back in.
This is business
tenfold.
101.
Yeah.
This is business 101.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting that you took it from that angle because I kind of saw it like that. After reading the headline, I was like, whoa. And then I thought, hang on,
Yeah.
they're not going anywhere.
Of course
They
not.
are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So basically, to break it down, it's like it's like me going to someone, I want to buy a house
Yeah.
and do it up.
Yeah.
There's a house that I've seen or a bit of land and it's worth 50 grand. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you give me the 50 grand, I'm going to spend it and I'm going to build a house.
Yeah.
I know it costs more than 50 grand. Build a
Yeah.
house, do it up, sell
Yeah.
the house for
Yeah.
200 grand.
Yeah.
But if you give me the 50 grand, really, I'm 50 grand in debt in it. It's like
Yeah.
good debt
Yeah.
because I've got money to pay off.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking, innit?
Like,
And
yeah.
they're sinking all this money, even if it's their own money, they're sinking all this money
Yeah.
because they want to win over fresh audiences. Because eventually, they want to be. I think they want to be the number one content provider.
Well, they
don't
are
they?
the number one content
Yeah.
provider. And at the end of
Yeah.
the day, it's like there's number one, Netflix, 2 is, 3 is, 4 is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go all the way. Maybe about 7, you've got Amazon Prime, but that's how far you have to go down before you're
Yeah.
looking at
Yeah.
like a viable competitor.
Yeah.
So even if they do splurge all this money
Yeah.
and it doesn't make the return needed,
Yeah.
there's still so much headroom. It's like Usain Bolt. Even if Usain Bolt like doesn't win or something, his record is still safe or something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's so much distance between him and his world record that it's going to be a long time before someone breaks it. And I feel like that's the parameters that they've set, and they've kind of given themselves that leeway so that they can splurge this amount of money. So they've set this headwind. They've come against they've set this benchmark for themselves, and it's allowed them so much room in the marketplace so that like, okay, even if we do get it wrong, it's not going to hurt us because the other guys and their R&R departments and so their R&D departments are so way behind. They're not anywhere near.
And also, let's look at how much other studios spend. I don't know if I can find out, but I'd love to know what, like, Warner spends on films
Yeah,
every year.
yeah.
Because I reckon it's way over 20
Like, do
billion.
you know what it is? It's not even the spending. It's the strength of the brand. You have to think to yourself, even if you're a script writer out there and you want to kind of get your creative work showcased not even for the check, just to be put on a platform where everyone can see it. You're always going to look at Netflix.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I can't. You know what? Actually, to be fair, I'm in the Weekend movie. A little cameo role.
Yeah.
Had a limited cinema release here in the UK. Great independent film. Did really, really well. A few people noticed. Until I knew it dropped on Netflix, not because I was on Netflix, but like in the space of 48 hours after it being on Netflix, I got like, I don't know, it's every couple hours I was getting calls. I was checking for calls and texts.
See?
Hey bro, even the other day my phone rang. How comes I just saw you in the Weekend like that? And I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Online streaming and Netflix, like that's where it's at, man.
Yeah.
Because if that was screened primetime Saturday night on the BBC, on BBC One, which is one of our biggest channels that everybody has in the UK, I feel like my phone might blow up a bit.
Yeah.
If I'm in something for a split second. In fact, I've been in stuff for a split second, it's blown up a little bit. But compared to this whole Netflix thing, it shows one, people are way more engaged. When they watch this content because they watch it when they want, and two, it hits so many more people because I've got people that I don't even think it's their kind of film. They're not really into like coming of age comedies. And I've got people calling me up. Excuse me, Marcus, but there's a guy that looks like you that was on a show, and we had to rewind it a couple of times. So that just kind of shows you the power of streaming when it comes to content nowadays. It's very interesting. So I mean, I didn't take it as a threat, but it's interesting how the internet just switched on it. There were like employees from other big media providers saying, "Oh, people are wondering why we didn't copy the Netflix business model. Well, look at them now, ha ha ha." But you think this is all just a bit of
it's
faux news.
It's not a threat on a business perspective, but it may be a threat on a consumer level because consumer tastes they kind of gravitate to what's hot and what's not. So if they are trying to kind of put out a narrative that Netflix is on the wane and you need to be on the new thing, which is something else.
Okay.
They're maybe trying to shift people kind of thing. I guess it's like the Emperor's New Clothes. If you can trick the audience into believing that, hey, isn't that outfit nice? It's only going to be the small percentage of people that can be like, hey, that Emperor's naked.
There's only one thing that could change my mind is if I get a better theme tune than this. Bruv.
And the competitor needs to put the backlog of He-Man on, like Netflix.
No, if they did that. No, if someone came along and just had a show where like, here what, for the first year we're gonna get every single episode of He-Man, Transformers the cartoon, Power Rangers, Knight Rider, Back to the Future. Already, I'll be like, you know what? That's it. A classic, a Netflix classics. That'd be good. Cool. Anyway, moving on. So there's loads of interesting tech out there which could change the world. Things like Uber kind of change the world, the way which we request cabs and taxis. And there was kind of this whole issue with Uber, another company that people were speaking about being in debt for a while. But come on, we know Uber's going to be in a great position once automatic cars come along, driverless cars. But Uber, one of the things that came up was it might not be safe because these are unknown drivers. They're not all got the same, they've not passed the same sort of tests that cab drivers have to pass in different parts of the world, blah, blah, blah. I think we're kind of over it now as a community. I think when someone says they're getting an Uber, I don't feel worried. I never have been. I think that most people that were worried are kind of over it now. Now, there's a new vending machine that's up on the American market soon, apparently. It's a vending machine fitted with biometric security and will be used to disperse a variety of restricted goods. So biometric security is fingerprint, iris scan. And the reason it'll have that is because they're saying it'll be a vending machine that will sell alcohol, cannabis, and ammunition.
Oh, gosh.
Now, this secure device will use customers' veins in their fingers to identify if that person has the right to buy that product. It will obviously only be available in the States where it's legal to buy cannabis. It's legal to buy cannabis in Canada, but probably the bullets as well. That's not too legal in many other places. Now, a member of the advisory board said it's gone through vigorous tests, but as it's connected to the internet, it still could be vulnerable to hackers.
It's just a recipe for disaster.
A vending machine that sells alcohol, cannabis, and bullets.
That isn't 100% safe.
Nothing's 100% safe, because even if it was a human behind a counter, I could run up in there with a gun. But like, it could be hacked, a machine. I just feel like an unmanned, when it comes to selling bullets and stuff, there needs to be a blame. Like there needs to be a blame somewhere. This is why driverless cars are taking so long to kind of come into the roads, because everyone wants a blame, even though it's probably safer. Let's be honest, a whole bunch of driverless cars is going to be less crashes than there are cars with drivers, because driverless cars ain't going to get drunk. Yeah. Even if somebody hacks a system once a year and there's a whole load of crashes, I bet that'll be less than all of the crashes in the world. Yeah, even in the worst places. So
I mean, cars that are driven by humans are computer assisted anyway. So whether you've got your lane, cruise control, you've got your brake, your collision warning system.
Yeah,
they're all computer.
Yeah.
So
we're getting there anyway.
Yeah.
Are you Funk showing off his collision warning system that he's got? Yeah. So yeah, how about this machine that sells alcohol and ammunition? What would you be comfortable with the machine selling?
Crisps. I think you should just keep it there. Crisp and chocolate.
And drinks.
Yeah, let's just keep
cold beer.
Yeah. I don't even trust machines that sell condoms. I think they've gone off, or they've got holes in them.
Yeah. Been all hot in a hot toilet all day long. Rubbers all gone. Oh man. Fair enough. You know what? We forgot. Sorry, we almost forgot. There was a sort of way that one of us has been killing time recently, but unfortunately, because of the size of our devices, we couldn't get involved in it. Billy, can you talk us through what you've been killing some time with?
Hang on.
Hang on.
Shall I shut my mouth and I'll swing the mic over this way, Billy?
There we go. Got my notes ready and waiting.
You got your notes ready and waiting, yeah? Let me get. Here you go. Swing around here and grab this mic, Bill. That's all right. Grab this one. I'll shut my face for a bit. That's all right. It's all right. I'll shout out if I need to.
I've been testing an organic iPhone case.
What? Organic.
It's called the Organica iPhone case from MM
Okay.
And it's quite good, to be fair. The ones that I've got, it's a skeleton leaf, and the back of it feels like an actual leaf. There is some other ones that's got coffee, jasmine, and rose, and those ones actually smell. So that not that one, Funk.
Yeah, I'm just smelling this one.
But I'd be interested to see what those ones are like, because on their website it says they actually smell like the things that they've put on the case. So that is interesting.
Billy's phone smells of ass.
It feels great.
You have it in your back pocket,
It's quite
Billy.
robust.
Oh my gosh, let me put it
on
down.
the actual case, there's ridges around the front of the screen. And I've dropped it a few times face down, and it's protected the screen of it. So it's quite hard wearing.
How do you know it's really organic though, Billy? Because it just looks like a normal iPhone case with a leaf design at the back.
I don't have the answer to that question.
So basically, it's like biodegradable. The case. If you leave the case in the woods, it will just disintegrate into nature. I guess that's the whole premise, isn't it? Organic.
I think
Yeah.
If you could have a phone case that smelled a specific way, what smell would you have, Funk?
Jollof. Jollof rice. Yeah, this Apple, if you're listening, jollof rice case. Yeah, I think food cases. But would you really want a food smelling phone case next to your mouth as you're talking? You'll be talking to your spouse and then you take a bite of your phone. Oh, sorry, lost myself there, dear darling. Yeah. So it's maybe, I don't know, maybe they need something repulsive which keeps you off your phone. Because we're on our phones too much. Maybe we need
Toe cheese. Toe cheese.
Toe cheese. Or ass. Like I said, ass cases.
Dog shit.
Booty case. You need a boot.
They are recyclable. So there is that.
Recyclable booty?
Recyclable cafe.
Can I have a look?
Yeah, and apparently their website says it's been approved by nature.
Do you know what? They look cool.
Yeah.
They look cool.
The vegans will love you.
How would you? Are you done, Bill? How would you? How would you? It's alright. It's alright. It's just so it can be picked up. How would you rate it as a case though, out of 10? Does it do the job?
It does the job, yeah.
Yeah.
And see, now I'm shouting.
No, you have to shout. Yeah, because the mic's over here.
It does the job.
Yeah.
It protects it. I think it's quite hard wearing. It's definitely does what it says on the case.
Cool. You can check that out, like everything else we talk about on the show, at howtokillanhour.com.
sega.com/blog.
Actually, you can just go to the site now, and everything that you need is right there anyway. Oh, Billy, with his organic phone case. There's a coffee one. I wouldn't mind a coffee one actually.
Yeah.
The coffee's a good smell. Do you like coffee, Funk?
No,
You're not a coffee guy, though, are you?
No, not at all.
I love a bit of coffee. Sega Forever is something we've been trying to talk about on the show for ages, but we haven't. So not new, but so relevant. Sega are churning out their classic Sega Mega Drive games. I'm telling you, the 80s and 90s is just back and back and back.
I think I've heard of this.
Yeah. We spoke about this.
Yeah.
I think you've not downloaded some, but basically, loads of their games are coming up. They're supported by ads, which means they're free. I think you can knock the ads off for a couple of quid or
What is
$3 or whatever.
Are we ever going to move forward? It's like we're in 2017 and we're just trapped in 80s nostalgia at the moment. It's like we can't. Do you know Sega? Well, it's not Sega, but a company. Sega. You know what's funny? Yeah, my middle son,
Yeah.
he calls Sonic the Hedgehog. I find this hilarious. He calls him Super Cat.
What?
Good job. When you think about it, he actually does look like a cat. So he called him Super Cat.
Super Cat.
Shouts to Tate, my middle son. He called him Super Cat. The hedgehog.
Yeah, I'll let you off. So yeah, they got Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic CD, Altered Beast. If you like classic games like that, Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, so this company is developing. Nintendo have gone down the route of their mini SNES and mini.
Yeah.
This company, so it's not Sega, but they
Okay.
developed like a mini. I think it was a Genesis,
Yeah.
but it's a bootleg. It's got like all these classic games on there and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone's kind of going down this route of 80s consoles with these pre-installed games on there. Just like, wow.
Okay. Well, I'm on it, man. I'm on it. And if you like a classic bit of gaming, check it out. There's links to them at our website, howtokillanhour.com, as per usual. In fact, if I'm honest, looking at this blog post, there isn't a link in it, but I'm sure somebody will put a link in to some of the Sega Mega Drive games where you can get your hands on them and download them. But shout out to Sega. Sega.
I think it's in there.
It's not, Billy. I'm looking at the website right now.
I think it's in
Yeah,
there,
what, the
actually.
Sega Forever?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right
The
now.
show's not out yet. When the show's out, then it will be out.
So I understand that the link. See, this is Billy. Billy's getting a bit sassy today. Yeah, Billy's had a coffee. So I understand that the link to the show that we're talking about in the show in the blog post isn't going to be available because we're recording the show now. But the link to the apps should be in the post at some point.
This is so funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, Billy,
because it's not out in the UK yet.
I'm downloading it on my phone right now.
When I wrote the post, it was.
He's full of excuses.
When I
Billy
wrote
said
the
it.
post,
Billy
it
said
wasn't
it's not out in the UK yet.
Actually, well, it wasn't out when I.
Is it?
Yeah, when it
Okay.
came out. Yeah.
All right, Billy. We'll let you off. Cause your coffee, no, cause
That's
your
why
phone,
I haven't got it yet.
cause your phone smells so nice. We'll let you off. But yeah, it's out now on
Oh,
phones.
Hang on.
All right. This is something that I know Billy has as well.
No, because you told us Sega
that was
Forever
it, yeah.
it isn't one app, is it?
No, it's all their different apps. So you have to search
okay.
for all of the apps separately. So you search for like.
Sega Forever was.
That's
just
what
an
we.
app.
Yeah, that's what we thought. It was
It's just an app.
It's just an app.
Please feel free to press fast forward 15 seconds, 3 or 4 times,
But
because the
they might
next
want to hear
minute or
this.
so.
Actually, they might want to hear this. So if you're listening, Sega Forever, is it one app?
I hope if you've got us in your ears, I hope you're listening. By the way, for start, don't be having us on and not listening. Right now, turn off your car, pull over, then turn off your car. Don't turn off your car, then pull over. Dangerous, yeah. Pull over, turn off your car, and listen. You're about to get told.
I think with that misinformation, you heard a load of screams
Yeah.
there. Ah!
Right. Okay. Stop. No, don't stop. Carry on.
Oh my goodness.
So, just to clarify, Sega Forever isn't an app. It's lots of different apps that wasn't available at the time that we wrote the article on the website.
Yeah.
But by the time you check the website, you will be able to find links to some of the games like Altered Beast, Sonic the Hedgehog,
Okay.
and that should get you in the right direction.
But I've got a question because I've had Sonic on my
I
phone.
got a question.
I got a question because I've had Sonic on my phone for about a good 2 years. So, what are they? What is Sonic Forever? Sega
Was
Forever.
it Comic Zone.
I think Sega Forever is an initiative where they've decided to release all of these games like Altered Beast, Crazy Taxi and stuff like that. So yeah, get your hands on all those classic games. In fact, guess what? We'll put a link to all of those. We'll put a link to the blog post in the show description so you can check out all of the apps. All right. So anyway, speaking of moving forward, you've asked, what are we going to do to move forward with technology? And I feel like, again, for the third or fourth time on this show,
What's that?
Pornhub
Mm-hmm.
are just taking leaps and bounds into the future. They are, seriously, Pornhub, they brought us porn for the blind.
Yeah.
3D porn.
Yeah.
Now,
Porn drone.
what?
Porn drone.
A porn drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Didn't we have a hoverboard, which wasn't a hoverboard, a Segway dildo?
Yeah.
Come on, man. But Pornhub has stepped up their game and announced compatibility with interactive sex toys like the Kiru Onyx and Fleshlight launch. So certain smart videos will allow what you see on screen to be recreated by the sex toy. And this isn't like one of their smart advertising employees, like a couple of the things that we just mentioned. You have a toy which simulates what you see on the screen. So after bringing their VR content to the masses, Pornhub feel that interactivity is the next step in porn. And here's what Corey Price, the VP, said. We expect this to be extremely popular amongst our fans, considering the popularity of our VR category, which we launched to the immense success last year. Oh wow, I didn't know about that until this year. And currently receives 1 million plus views a day. It's quite apparent that fans are constantly looking to immerse themselves in the content they are watching. They want to feel as though they're actually there, engaging with the actors. Not both of the actors, maybe one of the actors, I presume, most of the time. In my case, our interactive category goes a long way towards providing them with a complete virtual experience. We want to democratize interactive technology and content, making it readily available for everyone to use and enjoy. What a pitch.
It is.
Where's my Kiru Onyx?
Sounds like he's running for office.
He is. And I will change.
Well, when you kind of look at it in that way, running for office doesn't seem out the box if you're talking of someone like Bill Clinton.
We got Bill Clinton in there. Arnold Schwarzenegger's been running for office.
He did a lot of stuff in his office.
Yeah, you get me. Yeah, oh yeah, hell. That Oval Office saw a whole heap of action. Cigars were going in places I've never seen, girl, you know what I mean. But crazy. So it's here, interactive porn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, at last, surely the technology's been around for ages, but now you can connect your devices to Pornhub and crack on.
Yeah, they nicked that though.
From who?
They nicked that from remember a very, very amazing classic film starring an antagonist called Simon Phoenix. Remember this film?
No, what's this? I can Google it quick, but I'm going to try and use my own.
With a young peroxide blonde Wesley Snipes.
Oh, Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Oh, where they
Where
have sex, but the way they have sex is they don't actually touch each. Is it illegal?
So Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock,
Yeah.
they wear headsets
Yeah.
where he kind of suggests that they have sexual intercourse. There was that funny moment where she goes, oh, okay, and they don't touch each other.
He leans in for a kiss, and she goes, doesn't he lean in for a kiss?
Yeah.
And she goes, what
What are you doing?
What you doing, bro? Yeah.
This is how we have sex. And she puts on his helmet.
And we ain't talking about that kind of helmet. She puts on the other helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in fact, there's a bit of a chapter in Ready Player One where they talk about that in this future immersive world that they're in as well. I mean,
Spoiler alert.
no, I promise it doesn't spoil it. But I mean, I'm just like well overdue. Like, why have we not got stuff like this already? Like, I feel like this is well necessary. Like, why not?
When you look at the aspect of that fucking Devon Brown ghost train, which messed us up, man.
Jesus.
Do you really want to take us to that kind of level with these a sex version? People be having virtual babies. Who were going doctors and be swearing blind they got pregnant? I'm pregnant. I plugged in my PlayStation headset and now I'm pregnant, doctor. I want a scan.
I think that this could, all right, I reckon this could bring a whole new, I reckon here's where it could go, yeah? Not pregnancy, yeah. I reckon it'll go the opposite way.
Phantom pregnancy, psychosis.
It'll be a drop in pregnancies, isn't it? That's what it'd be. And there'll be less arguments in the world as well, or there'll be a different type of argument. Like, would you count this? So, like, for example, there'll be men and female versions of this. I know some people that are funny with their partner watching porn.
Yeah.
Let alone knowing that they're watching porn and the porn is banging them. They're getting banged by the computer. So you come home, imagine that you come home and your other half is sitting there on the couch, eyes rolling back in their head, watching, I don't know, their favourite porn star or something like that. How would you like? I don't think certain people could handle that. I don't think they could. They'd see it as cheating. And then what if we started getting live streams as well,
Yeah.
where you plug into the live stream, plug yourself into the box, and the live stream's going, "Hey, right now I'm gonna," and you're like, "Yeah."
Yeah, there is no limits to some levels of jealousy in relationships,
Mm.
even if the person is virtual and there is no way of entering the real world.
Mm.
Yeah.
Would you use? I would use this. I'd have a go at this. Would you? I'd be up for it. I'd be so up for trying this out.
No, because I don't like the
You-
headaches now.
you're
You've scared me a little bit.
What?
I don't like the headaches that could come from these arguments.
Cheating.
Yeah, cheating with the virtual self.
Yeah.
Cheating with how?
Yeah.
What was how was the name of the computer in A Space Odyssey, innit?
That was it. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'd want to have a go. If you're listening, on it, what do you call it again? If you're listening, Kiru Onyx, How to Kill an Hour. I'm just saying, if you send 1 or 2 or 3 versions of what you got down,
Yeah.
I'll demo it for the show, talk you through it. But nah, I mean, like, well, it's the price thing as well. But I don't know. I think these could be quite popular, man. I think smart videos, smart sex toys. I reckon it's a good step forward.
Would that constitute as teaching though? If they give that character in the game AI,
Mm.
would it be like you're seeing another person?
What if it was an AI video?
Yeah, so I don't think maybe some of the porn stars will be comfortable of them using their actual selves, because then they could just create a whole new section of stalkers that they actually don't want. So they might create fictitious characters, a bit like
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But if you're seeing this fictitious character in your VR headset and you're going up every night and having sex with this person, does that constitute as cheating?
I reckon if you're not delivering the goods in your relationship for your other half, but you're delivering all of your goods to VR or letting VR deliver the goods to you, then I reckon it could cause issues. As long as your mojo isn't messed up.
Becky with
Yeah,
the
man.
virtual hair.
Becky with Becky with the virtual hair. Becky with the RAM. But yeah, so you can find out links to that at the How to Kill an Hour website. Let's double check that it's all. Is that all right? Yeah, it's all good, Billy. Cheers. Thank you very, thank you very much. Elon Musk, who has recently said that he suffers from depression, actually, and I'm feeling a bit bipolar on Twitter. So yeah, respect to that. They've completed the first test for Hyperloop. They've completed their first test, which will get travellers from London to Edinburgh in 45 minutes, or from East Coast to West Coast in something silly like an hour or something like that in the States. They've managed to get the vehicle to travel at 70 miles an hour for 5 seconds using the magnetic levitation. But the next speed they have to hit is 250 miles an hour before they get to the final speed of 750 miles an hour. So let me just get this straight. Hyperloop has managed to get to 1/10 of the speed that it needs to get to. So still a long way to go, but it's moving in the right direction. I have a feeling now that even though this is going to be made, I think we might have to wait a little bit longer.
Of course, because your brain will be soup.
Because they've got to make it safe. Traveling that fast and stopping and getting to that speed. It's not like Star Trek where they just go warp 7 and like that. You could die if you don't do
People
that right.
couldn't even take the G-forces that we were subjected to on the Fort Park ride.
When you say people, why are you pointing at me for?
People points 2 fingers at Marga's.
All right.
You travel at 500-600 miles an hour in a plane.
Yeah, but
Really?
a plane takes a while to take off and go though, don't it?
No, I think his fastest speed is on takeoff.
Is it?
Yeah.
What?
Really?
No.
That's like the point where you're subjected to the most G-forces.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because the G-force hits you like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like Billy disagrees. But it's a Concorde that goes at 750 miles an hour, ain't it?
Yeah.
But they've got takeoff and landing to a T though, so it seems to be fine. You know what I
But
mean?
they're different G-forces though.
Yeah. I
You're saying
guess.
70 miles per hour in 5 seconds.
Yeah, fuck that.
So what is
Yeah.
like? I think they're creating travel that
Yeah.
humans can't even handle anyway.
Yeah, you could die. I'm not up for that. Quick news: we'll zoom in and out of that. Google Glass has updated its software, which lets you use a mouse and a keyboard with it. they are still reducing the website kind of for consumers. But if you're feeling businessy and you want to use Google Glass, which a lot are, you can get your hands on it still. I thought they would have just killed that, Anyway, we'll dip in and out of that quick. Snapchat filters. I've seen a whole heap more Snapchat filters around. I wondered why. And because I've done them before, the geo filters, where you can make a filter for your friend's birthday or someone that you don't like, make a filter saying something derogatory. So for $5.99.
Wait. So if there's someone you don't like, you could do a geo filter for the area.
Yeah, but
I've never thought of that.
You get flagged, I reckon. You get flagged.
So if your ex-girlfriend is leaving and she goes, oh, Snapchat, and she swipes across to a geo filter and it says something like, fucking bitch.
Yeah, or no, all right, here's how I could do it positively, is if you know that your partner's cheating and a lot of people pull up at their house, when you're not around, you can put a geo filter there saying our anniversary, innit? Like, our 3-year anniversary.
Or,
James and Louise. A girl pulls up and goes, who's Louise James? Get me.
I know some crafty women that they're going to create geo filters for their ex-boyfriends. And when you pull up when the girl pulls up to that guy's house and she takes a Snapchat at his house, it comes up with the geo filter. This guy's got what Usher's got.
That would be a killer.
Oh my word! I really didn't know that.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, but now apparently you can do them within the app from your phone for a little $5.99 in dollars.
Create the Snapchat filter.
Yeah. I've not tried it yet. I will, and report back on you. Report back on it to you.
You have to go through some vetting process, probably.
You do have to wait for them to get signed off. So you can't just write "dickhead lives here" or something like that and expect to get.
Damn it!
Yeah, expect to get away with it. It's not. Yeah, it's no possible. But it's pretty cool though. If it's a mate's birthday, it's a nice little present. And if they're not listening to this podcast and they don't know how much it costs, then it's quite a fancy looking thing that might only cost you like $5, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you've done that for me." And then you're like, "Hey, no problem, man." That's what I mean. It's a nice little thing, though, isn't it?
I hate when social media is used for shit like that, though.
Why? It's nice.
Soppy.
Well, that's probably why I did it then, isn't it? Is it soppy?
Yeah, it's soppy.
Why?
I prefer my idea. Like,
what, smash, like hotting people up?
Yeah.
So you'd prefer to do that than it being your birthday and somebody
use it for evil, not good.
You're like this person who goes, with this power I can do some good in the world, or I could do evil. And you're like, I'll go for evil.
Exactly.
So I'm like Pinky and you're like the brain.
Yeah.
Hey, what are we gonna do tonight, brain?
Same thing we do every weekend, Pinky. Try to take over the world. The Pinky and the brain.
Oh, that was a classic. iOS 11 isn't here yet, but it's about to be. Do you know what we can look forward to in a new iOS as an Apple man?
The same thing as iOS 10, but just with a different name. I think they've run out of ideas now.
I'll run through a few quite quickly. Apple Music, you get user profiles and play.
We're gonna make the iPhone 8, but with a bigger screen, with the same features as the last one.
Listen, I like the iPhone 7, man.
And double the price.
Yeah, we've already reached the first phone that's over $1,000, isn't it?
Yeah.
£1,500.
You know what they're gonna do, yeah? You know fucking Apple, yeah? Like, so when I start swearing, I'm pissed, innit? You know fucking Apple, that's what they do. They're gonna fuck with us. They're gonna take away the charging.
They're gonna
jack.
take off. They're gonna take us off iTunes. That's what they're gonna do.
No, they're gonna take the charging jack away.
Yeah.
There's no audio jack. There's no charging port. Yeah.
So what do you have to do? Shake your phone, kinetic.
No, you just buy it. Yeah. And then when it runs out, it runs out.
Get a new one.
And Apple's gonna go, we're gonna test the loyalty of our fans. If you want the new one and your phone runs out, you have to buy it.
Wow. But if you see someone in a rave with one of those, they're balling, isn't it? Yeah. You'll get guys that are buying phones on a Friday night.
It reminds you of Damon Dash when he used to wear his trainers once and throw it in the bin.
Oh, man, that was like a 90s and 2000 thing, innit? Where guys, the rock years, innit?
The Rockefeller days, yeah.
Fat Joe used to do that as well. Have all of his box fresh trainers, and he used to just lick the bottom of the soles. See, look, never worn. He's lucky that one of his cleaner hasn't put on his pair of shoes and had a little walk around for fun,
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so the phones you get Apple Music, you get user profiles, and you can share playlists, kind of similar to
Spotify.
Screenshot sharing tools. So when you take a screenshot, you get a preview in the bottom of the screen. That's something that's on Android,
But I
actually.
don't like the way they're shoving the Apple Music thing down our throats. Kind of, it's no different from what they did with the whole U2 thing. Hey, take this U2 album, you son of a bitch. You're gonna like it. You're gonna play it every day. And it was just like, no, take it off our phones.
How comes when Jay-Z done that, everyone praises him for selling all those records, and when U2 did
No,
it, they clocked him?
Jay-Z takes a lot of stick, man. Even with that album, I saw a lot of people online. This album is amazing, but I'm not buying Tidal. So I think if Jay-Z had the Jay-Z phone kind of thing, I think he'd struggle to push that on there as well.
When there's so much freemium content out there, you can't push something on someone for free now.
Yeah.
We're skeptical because we get so much free. We want quality free.
Yeah.
And we want to choose our free.
Well, even when you look at the details of how Jay-Z went platinum, he went platinum off of the contract he had with Sprint.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you don't get a disc for that, do you? Or it doesn't count as an official.
No, he went platinum.
Yeah,
But
but he did the sales, but they say that they don't give it an official. It's not like the same as, you don't get the same well done as if you sell. Or did he?
Yeah, he got.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. So he went
that's a
platinum. He
cheat,
got the
though.
disc and everything.
So he
but-
hacked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fair. Anyway, back to Apple. You know when an app is sharing your location, they've put the volume indicator somewhere different. Wi-Fi sharing.
Say that again. When the app is sharing your location.
Yeah, you know when apps are sharing your location.
Okay.
So at all times. So when an app uses your location in the background in iOS 11, it lets you know straight
Oh,
away.
okay. That's good.
Do not disturb when you are driving. Your phone, if you set it to, will go completely blank when it registers that you are driving. So no on-screen notifications. No screen at all, in fact. You can also set it to auto-reply to messages to let people know you're driving. I'm on that. I like that.
How would that affect the CarPlay feature though they've got?
Probably would bypass it, or you'd choose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Showing up again. How would it affect my CarPlay feature that I've got in my phone?
How does it affect me? Not the rest of the world, me.
You can pay people with iMessage, so you let you transfer money with iMessage, and a better control center, and the App Store's getting a makeover as well. All of that to look forward to. But obviously, when the new iPhone comes out, myself, Funk, Billy, or one of the other presenters, between us, we're gonna have our hands on it day one or day 2 or day 3.
What's the date that they're talking about launching?
I don't know. What's it saying, Billy? Have you heard any news? You're usually across that. When is it usually? Is it September, October?
Well, for the phone or for the
For the phone.
the iOS?
For the phone.
For the phone's like September.
September for the
Okay.
phone.
But then they're saying there's gonna be like limited numbers for the iPhone 8, so it's
Yeah.
gonna be like limited first, and then everyone else will have to wait like 2 months.
My experience of the iPhone 7 when I got the day one.
You got yours pretty quick, innit?
Day one.
Okay.
In there, day one. Got mine day one. Booked it. And
See, that's why I
everything.
don't listen to
I have to wait
that.
2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to wait for the announcement, don't you? And then you can book it on the day of the announcement or a few days before the announcement.
So you pre-ordered?
Yeah, you book in a time slot,
Yeah.
go into the Apple store, and the time slot's all fucked up on the day anyway because it's crazy. But you go into the Apple store at your time slot, and you can only, so say you ask for a white phone,
Yeah.
128 gig, 256 gig,
Yeah.
whatever, you can only pick that phone up on the day. So you go in and they give you your registered phone. If you don't turn up on time, your phone gets allocated to someone else.
Yeah.
the
Apple,
queues-
Apple always make enough phones. Man.
Yeah.
It's not like Nintendo Switch. They're still running out. People
Jeez.
still waiting for
That phone's
Nintendo.
amazing.
Yeah.
That phone is amazing. Also, one more thing before we get out of it, Funk. It's not a usual way to kill some time, but we got invited over to Meat Liquor in Queensway. Meat Liquor is a rude boy restaurant chain that does burgers, chips. It does this thing called monkey fingers as well, which is like little chicken strips. You would love them, bruv.
I had to process what you were saying there because, like, the way my mind works, it sounded like you said MEATLICKHER.
Meat Liquor.
Yeah,
You pervert. You pervert. You
but
pervert.
you're talking about meat as in lick.
Meat and liquor. That's what they do. And you know, if there's one thing I like, it's meat and liquor. You get me?
Can't you see what they've done there?
Mm.
Meat.
They didn't mean it like that.
No, meat. MEET.
Yeah. Lick her.
Yeah.
They didn't
No.
mean it
Yes,
like
they
that.
did. Yeah, they
They didn't mean it
did.
like that.
Meat liquor.
They didn't mean meat liquor. Oh gosh. But yes. We kicked it off in there. Here's what I liked about it, right? Again, 80s theme's gonna come into
Yeah.
play. Go in there, cocktails, they got a wicked. I went to the one in Queensway. it used to be kind of a hood spot where there was like bowling, ice rink, and it wasn't that nice.
Because that's what you get in hood spots, bowling. And
But it was a hood bowling and a hood ice rink. It was, trust me, it was. And it had an arcade.
Because where's this in Northwest London?
Queensway. It was in Northwest London. Yeah.
Okay, because the hood guys in Northwest, they could all ice skate.
Hey, listen. There were some guys on my block that could skate, backwards.
Torval indeed.
Yeah, backwards. Yeah. Now, not the spinny stuff, but they could just go really fast. So we used to go down there. So when they told me it's in Queensway, I was like, Queensway is potentially a nice part of London, but I feel like it could do with a bit of regeneration. This spot, Meat Liquor, this is if they can do this sort of stuff with the rest of Queensway, it's going to be a nice spot to go out for a few
Is
days,
it only one in London?
No, there's a few Meat Liquors. East London, where are the Meat Liquors at? Croydon, Canary Wharf.
Yeah.
I think there's one in Islington as well.
'Cause I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. Around in East, we can't ice skate, so I'm wondering if we still get the Meat Liquor.
Yeah, you still get some meat. You get the meat and liquor. You can get some meat and liquor. But anyway, the experience, cocktails,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Not gonna lie, great cocktails. Got fancy ones there that you can order, or you can go for your classic sort of martini, or you get me your old fashioned.
Yeah.
The food was burgers and chips on the menu, hot dogs. I went there with a vegetarian person as well, so the veggie menu was kind of popping too. I had my burger, was it rabbit style, where they wrapped it in lettuce instead of a bun, because I could keep my carbs low and still enjoy
Is
myself.
that what it's called, rabbit style?
Yeah, rabbit
Okay.
style. Ate the food, nice. Didn't have no dessert there, but they've got bowling there where you can get drinks while you're bowling. Kick some ass when I was bowling. They've got the ice rink there, which you can ice skate, which I didn't do. What do you say? Are you going to say you're good at bowling, Billy?
No, just throw that in. It's like,
Huh.
I went bowling. I'm really good at that as well.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah, kick some ass at bowling. You know me, man. I got to keep it real when I'm good at
Next thing,
something.
I'll just go bow and arrow. Yeah, I'm really good at that.
Nah, not good with that. With a gun, good with that.
Do you know? I need to add to this. Yeah, basically, yeah, we was coming back from Brussels, all three of us. We tried to have like a freeway
Yeah.
Mario Kart game.
Yeah.
And we tried to get Billy involved. Billy was sitting too far, but
Yeah.
actually Billy was in
Business class.
business class on the way
Wait,
back.
what the fuck, Billy, man? What the fuck? Flying back from Brussels? No, we need to take this up again when we
but
talk about the
actually-
whole of Brussels.
yeah.
How are you going to do that? How are you going to do us dirty like that? Put us in the back of the plane?
But one thing I didn't tell you, Billy, is that before we because my battery was low on my
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch in it, and I played Marcus on Mario Kart, and I beat him.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I beat you on the way home.
Oh yeah, on the way home, I beat you.
I beat you.
No, I beat you, and then you switched it off.
No, I beat you and I switched it off. I won that competition.
No, but-
you beat me on the way out there. I beat you on the way back.
No, I beat you. Yeah,
No,
and
it's the
then
other way round.
yeah,
On the way there, you beat me. On the way back
No,
on the
no,
plane,
no.
I beat you.
You won on the way there.
yeah, exactly.
On the way there?
Yeah,
When did I win?
you won.
In the waiting area.
Did I?
Yeah, and I beat you on the way.
I beat you on the way back.
Because I turned around and I looked at you in the seat, and I kept looking back at you. Remember? And you had your face. You had a face like thunder.
No, I beat you. I swear to God, I beat you on the way home.
Do you know what? Yeah, I need to-
Otherwise, you would have screenshotted it.
I did. It's on
You
my
screenshot.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
screenshot
There's
from
a-
the way back.
Yeah, the
where you
screenshot
beat
from the way.
me.
Yeah,
And we played 2 games,
Yeah,
2 rounds.
yeah.
2 rounds.
Yeah.
And you beat me on both of them.
yeah. No,
Nah, I beat you on the second one.
no, I
I
played
beat you 100%.
because
I swear.
it was a short. We only
May
played
God
one round.
strike me down. No,
I
we
played-
played 2. Played
Next
2.
week, pull it up.
We played 2.
Tweet it
We
out
played
next
2.
time.
Yeah.
100% we played 2. 100% we played 2 on the way back. And then after the second one, we took off and I went for a wee. I remember because I was bursting for a wee after the second round. I remember.
When?
We played twice then on the way back.
Do you know when you went
Again,
to
press forward 15 seconds if you don't like this sort of banter.
when you went to go and get Billy to get involved, and Billy said he was going to get his Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you sat back down and we played, didn't it?
If
Before
you, beat,
takeoff.
if you beat me the first time, I beat you the second time. Because before I turned off my console, I remember it was like, yes, we won. I can have a pee now.
But that's
And
what I'm
rest.
saying. You turned it off because you beat me, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I basically I played you, I beat you, and you got so angry that you had to play me again.
See how he's just changed the story? See how he's just changed the story? You've just changed the story.
No, but I won, didn't it?
We played 2 games.
Yeah.
You won, and
But
then
the
I
o-
won one.
But the only reason you played again is because you wanted to beat me to get.
No, we just
to get
played a
back-
couple games.
Yeah, but you played a couple of games because I could have played afterwards.
Yeah, but you didn't say you wanted to play. I went for a
Basically,
wee.
what-
We could have come back. You said, let's play another game.
Basically, what I'm trying to get across is that when Marcus loses, he switches it off.
Nah. I stayed with it.
Last time
I
we did
stayed
that,
with it.
remember we was in here and he had to go
No,
and do an
all
email.
right.
after
See
we
what
was in-
we're doing. when we were in the airport and I got beaten the first time, did I play again or not? Yes, I did.
No,
On the
you
way
don't.
out, on the way out,
On the way out, we only played one round.
we didn't play 2,
Yeah, we only play 1.
but I won on the way out.
Yes.
I'm confused now.
On the way
I'm
out, you
confused.
won.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Sounds like you're remembering things a bit differently to the way I was.
Anyway, we just need to record this.
Because I remember, I've actually got video footage of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, look at you. Seem to have all the footage of when I didn't win, and none of the footage of when I
So
did.
we're kind of questioning whether you are really good at bowling.
I'm very good. I got a score of 118. That's what I did. It's not a bad score.
Okay.
118. Oh yeah. Shit, I forgot. Speaking of computer games, they've got a retro arcade section with Super Mario Brothers and Street Fighter 2. I have not played Street Fighter 2 with the stick and buttons for years.
Let me guess, you're good at that as well.
I got up to what's his name? E Honda. I got up to E Honda.
Okay.
So it's like just over halfway through the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was alright. But I was playing as E Honda, so I did a lot of just the.
Why did you choose E Honda to play with?
I was going to pick Ryu and I accidentally pressed the button. And then my friend picked Ryu and then I beat him and then we went on to play the game.
Yeah, I
one player.
don't think I've ever met anyone in life who's chosen E Honda.
He did alright, you know.
Okay.
I got all the way up to E Honda and then E Honda beat me. Funnily enough. But yeah, no, it was a sick game, man. And
Blanca.
but yeah, Blanca, I didn't get to play him. But yeah, Meat Liquor, I just had a good time down there. So if you're in London, obviously go and check out the restaurants. But if you want to do something like bowling, ice skate, and a bit of food, you know, it's nice for a little date. And I can see Billy going on a date, take a girl for a bit of food, yeah, go for a bit of bowling, and do a bit of ice skating.
You can meet the liquor.
Right, anyway, before we get out of here, don't forget, if you're listening to this before the 5th of August 2017, you still have a chance to come and see us at Shout Out Live Festival. You can get all the information and get your tickets at solivefestival.com. There's going to be a whole heap of artists down there, like Another Round, Friend Zone, Melanin Millennials, Blackticulate, The 90s Show, Pink Matter, Artistic State of Mind, The Unoriginal Podcast, Off the Cuff,
Ground Ego, Seriously,
and obviously, last but not least,
The Brilliant Idiots.
that's it, Charlemagne the God and Andrew Schultz are going to be down in the UK, causing a whole heap of mischief because, you know, they like to say things that are very, very controversial and they're just brilliant and idiots. And there's going to be a whole heap of podcast talent there. So check us out. We're going to be there live and hopefully you'll be there as well.
And I've just been informed that the Discover Stage pass are actually sold out. There's only 7 remaining for the general admission pass, so you have to be very, very, very quick.
There you
Get
go.
your tickets.
Yeah, limited tickets. Thank you very much. There's plenty of ways to kill some time out there. I've been Marcus Bronzy.
I've been Funk Butcher, and this has been Producer
Bill.
Thank you for killing some time with us.
Hey.
Pretending that you found all the footage of me getting murked in Mario Kart.
I did have, I got like
I'm a
20 seconds.
I'm a formidable
We're going to
force.
record this.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
we're gonna record
you
this.
record all the ones where I get beaten and disappear all the ones where I lose, yeah?